Moving on, getting over.
Hey, what's up? My name is Nathan, and I just did a cover of John Mayer's song Moving On and Getting Over off of his new album, The Search for Everything, Wave 1. I don't know how many waves are coming out, but the first one has this song on it. It's got a really cool groove, good feel to it. So I'm going to try to attempt to give a little tutorial. Let me preface this by saying I'm not giving you a note for note exact of what John Mayer's doing. That would be great. But my intention here is to encourage you to take a little bit of this, go see somebody else's tutorial, and there's a lot of good stuff out there, and kind of mix it up, get a good feel, and make it your own. And I think that's the best way to learn, is just by getting little bits and tidbits of things that other people do and kind of incorporating them into your own style. So this is what I did for my cover song, and it's a little bit of a simplified version. I only did one guitar, kind of a live thing, and I tracked the vocals with a pedal. I did harmonies and doubling and stuff like that. So anyway, we'll cut to the chase and get to the guitar parts and zoom in on this so you can see, get an idea of what's going on. Okay, so let's do this song. So from the beginning, there's a sort of a hook that happens, and it's kind of the chorus too. So it's like an intro and an interlude kind of thing, but it's also pretty much the chorus. So the song is in the key of E, and sorry for the noise. Hope you can hear the guitar okay. The intent here is not to talk about tone necessarily, but just a tutorial. I'm on the middle position of this Jazzmaster, so these two pickups are together. And I recorded it on the neck pickup, but it just has a little bit more noise in this room with all the fluorescent stuff. And so just to be quieter, a little bit quieter, even though my amp's still noisy, I've got it in the middle position. Okay, so what we got is starting off, and get used to just being in this position generally for most of the song. So starting off with this E major chord, you're just playing these three strings, the D, the G, and the B strings on the 9th fret, right? Okay, so that's your first chord. I'm not playing the high string, so I'm going to come down here. This is the A major 7, all right? So it's kind of like a triangle, all right? So on the D string, or on the 14th fret, 13th fret of the B string, I'm sorry, G string. So D string, 14th fret, and the G string is the 13th fret, and the B string is also the 14th fret, if you can see that. So again, then we're coming down here to a G sharp minor 7. So I don't know if I'm going to call out every one of these string names or where their positions are. Hopefully you can just see what that is. But these do repeat quite often, so these shapes are going to be kind of intermixed in the song. But this is a G sharp minor 7. I guess I will tell you. So 13th fret, D string, 13th fret, 11th fret for the G string, and for the B string, you're on the 12th fret. Okay, so put those together again. And we're coming down here to our E. I'm going to put this note right here over it. And I'm playing the A string, D string, and G string. Those three strings on that. So again. Okay. Then our next one is going to be this same shape that we just did down here. So, alright, we're hovering around this same 9th fret. And that same shape as our G sharp minor 7 was down here. That's the next chord, right? So again, in context, so I call the chords out: E, A major 7, G minor 7, sharp minor 7, E. This is like an E over G sharp. And this is like an A. Then back to an E. And that's the whole thing. And then for the intro, I think he kind of does something like So this kind of just like double stops on the D string and G string on the 9th and 11th frets. So just those two strings, give it a little shake. Alright, so put that whole thing in together in context. Again, this is the beginning intro of the song and kind of the chorus. Alright, so then we'll just start on this little like 2-chord hits, kind of a punchy sound. I think this chord, I'll give you the string numbers and frets. So we're on the 11th fret, D string, G string is the 9th fret, B string is the 9th fret, and I'm playing also the E, high E. You can play it in there on the 9th fret. So I think this chord is kind of like an A major 7 over F sharp, I guess you would say. So I guess that's your normal sort of A major 7. But this one has the F sharp in the bass. Okay, so he's just doing that. This chord, and then this chord is a B chord, kind of like this. You probably recognize that bar chord. Just doing the lower half of that. So yeah, so he's bump, bump, moving on, getting over, not the whatever. Okay, and I will say that when I did my recording, I think John Mayer or somebody, yeah, it's got to be John, is doing another track of like this like chuck-a-chuck. So it's like bump, not that string in there, but so this is one guitar doing this. So yeah, that guitar is in there, but it really doesn't matter to the rest of the song and playing it. Anyway, let's proceed on. So we've got the verse, which is the moving on, getting over. So back and forth. That's all the verses. They're like that, okay? Then we have, it goes through the verses, and then it goes, then it does that thing with the chorus, right? So, but I still can't seem, so intro / chorus, still can't seem to get you off my. Alright, so that's the chord we didn't talk about in the intro, but we're going back to that. I guess this is the E over G sharp. Yeah, that chord at the end of the little run of the chorus, if you will. But I still can't seem to get you off my. Okay, and then after that, he does these riffs, and there are 6. Or I call them licks maybe, and there are about 6 of these licks that he kind of changes up here and there. All right, so the first one is, so it goes, is, so that's the first lick. Oh, sorry. All right, and then he goes back to, and I do believe you, I feel you all the time. And then that's the second lick. So that's the second lick. And again, these are my variations or my interpretations of these. Just kind of what worked with my cover song. So take from it what you can and change up what you want to, learn another one from somebody else. Just trying to inform you of what I've done and help you out. So yeah, so that's the first and second licks. And so let's move on, and then we'll revisit those. And then the little interlude, this is probably the coolest, I guess, part of the song in my opinion for the guitar. So does that still can't, do believe I feel, do believe I feel you all the time. Second lick. Then he goes to the interlude. Just gonna play it for you. Alright, so what he's doing there is, this is kind of like, I guess, kind of like an A, like that shape. Now I believe the bass guitar is still doing the verse chords, but what you're going to do in guitar is this. So the first one, first kind of chord, and we're just doing 3 notes, alright? So like a triad. So it's like an A. Then we're going down here to this, like the major 7 shape that we did before. Remember we did it down here in the intro? So we're doing that again. And I'd prefer to play it like this with the pinky in there instead of like this, because you're gonna slide and then you can just put your first finger down right here. Little stair step shape. Alright, so let's go back to the beginning of that. And this is down here on the 7th fret. So yeah, your ring finger and your pinky on the 7th, and your middle finger is on the 6th. You're going to slide those up 2 frets. Put your finger on the B string, 7th fret. Up. I'm going to come down here to kind of straddling the 12th fret. So 11 to 13 on the G string. And that's the B string, 12th fret. Then we're going back to here. Then we're going to do this other kind of A shape. We'll pull off of that. It's kind of the same as that G sharp minor 7 that we did over here, that shape. And then we're going to do this again, slide. Okay, so let me run through that whole thing again. This is kind of like the interlude instrumental. And then at the end, which is just basically the same thing with a variation, we're just going to come down back to the 9th fret. So let's do that whole thing again. And I would slide that up. Sounds good that way. Back to, sorry. Moving on. Getting over. Alright, so we're back at the verse at that point, which you already know. I'm not going to go through that again. So let's move on to the bridge. Actually, there are some variations on the licks, so I guess let's go through that real quick. So the first kind of chorus, the second chorus is still can't seem to get you off my mind. So that third lick is okay, so I'm doing like I'm playing those 2 strings again, D and G on the 9th fret, and then I'm hammering onto the 11th fret on the D string, and then jumping up 2 frets to the A and the D string, doing the same thing, kind of a hammer on the A string, and then coming down to the 7th to the 9th on the A string. And then I just repeated that twice on that third, we'll call it the third lick. Alright, so the fourth lick is, I did something like this. Alright, so we're doing these little pull-offs, hammer-on pull-offs. So we're anchoring on the 9th fret, that E chord, and then so the B string, 12th fret, and then to the G string, 11th fret, and then the D string, 11th fret. Yeah. And then I did another one of those hammer-ons on the D string, playing the 2 strings, the D and the G. And then I did, there's a lot of that playing 2 strings in this kind of shape right here. So that whole thing again. That was a little sloppy. Sorry about that. So you get the gist. All right, that's lick 4. All right, so then we go to the bridge. Now the bridge is just kind of chords, if you will, a lot simpler. So C sharp minor. You tell me I can add the fact to the E. You love me to hold on to. Same thing again. You tell me I can keep the door cracked open. So C minor to E, C minor to E. And then we're coming up to this thing, which is A major 7. Sorry, you gotta use your thumb. It's a John Mayer song. What do you expect? Alright, so we're on the 5th fret, and you're playing that with your thumb, that low E string, and then we're just stair stepping on 6, 5, and 4 frets. So G, B, E. For all my running, B chord. Sorry, I got a high fret there. It farts out. Gotta get my frets leveled. By the way, I made a lot of videos on this guitar, what I did to it, but what it really needs right now is a fret leveling. So that's one of the bad spots. All right. So yeah. So tell me I can have the fact you love me to hold on to. Tell me I can keep the door cracked open to let it lie through. So A major 7. For all my running, B chord. It's like an A shape. Hopefully you know that bar chord. You can play like that. So, for all my running, I can't understand. Back to that A major 7. I did some of that in my cover. And then it goes back to the B. I'm one text away from being C sharp major. Back again, so not a minor, a major. So that whole bridge again. Tell me I can have the fact you love me to hold on to. Tell me I can keep the door cracked open to let it lie through. For all my running, I can't understand. Yeah, I'm one text away from being back again. And then he does this cool little lick that I won't tell you. Actually, I don't even know it. Never tried it. But it has this like harmony with it. That's cool. Yeah, go listen to the song. You'll hear it. All right, so now we are at lick 5 is what I need to tell you about, because it just from there goes back to no, I do need to tell you this. So after the bridge, I'm on text away from being back again. So it comes down here to this but I'm moving on and I'm getting over. So this is our A major 7 over F sharp. So this is the F sharp right here. So after that, after the bridge, it goes, so I'm moving on and I'm getting over, gotta get over. So that's, you just kind of staying on that chord right there. And then I did that in my cover. Anyway, so I need to tell you about now lick 5 and 6. Because after this thing, he just goes back into a kind of a verse. Moving on, getting over. He doesn't say any lyrics right there, but he says, it's been so long, since it just goes to show you that I still can't seem to get you off my mind. And then he goes this lick, so this is lick 5. And again, this is my lick, but it's lick 5 in my cover, and it can give you maybe an idea of what to do or something to chew on, something to change up. So lick 5 is, so this is that same G sharp minor 7 shape we did up here, hammering on. And again, these two D and G strings just moving up from 11 or 9 to 11 fret. That's so again, this is lick 5. 2 times. And then he goes, and I still can't seem to get you off my, or I sure would like to see you one more time. And then he goes, or I go, So now you're on the G string and the B string on the 11th and 10th frets respectively. And then this string, see, I'm playing the G string and B string again, but the G string is back here on the 9th fret. And then that same two strings move up, and I did that twice on lick 6. So that's lick 6. And then the only thing left is the doo-doos, I'll call them. So these are just the same chords as in the verse. And then he gets to the end of that little section of the doo-doos, and then he goes, no, sorry, down here on the B chord. Just kind of punch that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess you don't do it on the 8, but sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you're going back to well, not back to. So this is a F sharp minor 7 chord. And context, I believe. This is kind of like the outro, where he says, "It's taken me so long just to say so long. Maybe it's all wrong, but I'm moving on." So all it is this F sharp minor 7 to an E, which you're familiar with, down to a B, back to an E. So you sandwich in that E in there. Yeah, that's it. Those 3 chords. You can add that if you want. Yeah, so that's it. That's the song right there. Have fun, get creative with it. It's a cool song. It's freaking John Mayer guitar, so there's just lots of things to love about it. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy. I hope this helps you. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll try to put links up somewhere around the video, so click on those, and I appreciate it. Go watch my cover if you will. Hope you enjoy that too. Thanks a lot.